And those good news stories that we love so much here on the show. It begins first with a 70-year-old woman in Arizona. Now, her name is Carla Well Knight. And Carla is battling an aggressive form of breast cancer. Last week, she got to see her all-time favorite band, Nine Inch Nails. Think about that for a second. A 70-year-old woman loves Nine Inch Nails. This lady is my lady. She's even got a tattoo of the NIN logo. How cool is this? So this lady got floor seats at the show thanks to an AARP program called Wish of a Lifetime. I love this. I love this so much. And it couldn't have happened to a more generous person. She says, I believe the more you give, the more you get back always. Is that not the best life advice you have ever heard in your life? That's really cool. Now, here we go. We're going to jump inside the story. Got about 15 seconds of audio. Let's expand the conversation on this amazing fan of Nine Inch Nails.
He does write a lot of things about death. I believe the more that you give, the more you get back. And I love giving things away. The two words, be kind. What you say might cheer them up in ways that you have no idea it does.
I love that. I love the fact that she's got the tattoo. I love the fact that she loves Nine Inch Nails. That is like the best thing ever. And she got to go to the concert. That's so amazing. A 64-year-old man in Virginia by the name of Jeff Gerasi, he suffers a massive heart attack while driving last month, just as he was leaving the gym. Now, luckily the spot where his car crashed was right next to a cardiologist's office. Can you imagine the placement of that and the timing? The doctor, Dr. Deepak Talreja, ran outside, took swift action performing CPR, saved his life. He said Jeff was just literally minutes away from dying.
So when I got to your car, what I saw was the windshield was shattered and your airbags were deployed and it was hard to see you. You weren't breathing and you didn't have a pulse. SCD, sudden cardiac death. But fortunately, we got things restarted very quickly, and so God was watching out for him for sure.
It's such a testimony of God's greatness, of all the things that had to happen to keep me alive. I'm blessed. It's a miracle.
A life saved and in the right place at the right time. That is absolutely amazing. As we say good morning to Kelsey and everybody joining us on the live. My boy Jimmy. Jimmy, good morning down there in Woodville, Texas. Hope you are being safe as well. Now we jump to Ohio. We jump to Ohio on the show, and this is a fun one. From here to Ohio, there is a nun there, Sister Renee Parman. Now, Sister Renee Parman, she just celebrated her 105th birthday, which is amazing in its own right. Happy 105th birthday to nun and Sister Renee Parman. She celebrated on the golf course, by the way. Haha, yes. She's been playing around for 60 years, since her 40s. She says it's a wonderful place to be, very meditative place. It's a beautiful place. I love to do this. And I think it's wonderful exercise, and I think it's the thing that has kept me going as well as I have. Sister Renee Parman, 105, and she is tearing it up on the golf course. I absolutely love this. Here's more on the story.
I drove the cart, and they said to me, well, why don't you take a chance and just do it yourself there? I said, what do I do? They said, you hit the ball. That was my only instructions that I've ever received. I love to do it, and I think it's wonderful exercise, and I think it's one of the things that's kept me going.
I love that. These were great good news stories here for your Tuesday, and if you needed a boost, hopefully at least one of these stories made you smile and just gave you a good vibe for the day. Think about that. Sister Renee, out there on the golf course, has been doing that since her 40s. She says, just hit the ball, and she's living life on her terms. That's good news. It is Josh Grisham Live. Coming up, my boy Steve Hartley with Dick's Five and Dime going to be hanging out in the house with us. We're going to be talking all things Fall Fest, which is coming up on the 3rd and 4th in downtown Branson. Downtown Branson has been transformed in the Streetscape project, and it's getting even better for fall, which is going to be the inaugural festival, and here is to many, many more coming up. We'll break down the details and how Dick's Five and Dime is going to be a big part of that. Steve Hartley on the show. I'm excited to have my boy back in. We had a lot of fun with Steve most recently, talking about the Streetscape project and how it's enhancing businesses down there and how Dick's Five and Dime was a big part of that. That's coming up in minutes right here on Josh Grisham Live.